All right, guys, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Hope you guys are all doing well. All right, so I have some cool footage that I took today, only I'm going to need permission to show it to you. So I'm working on getting that. What a crazy day today was. Dizzy Dragon, hi man. Matthew the King, love the name. Emmanuel, good to see you. Virginia, hi there. Dizzy Dragon, Jason P, Chris Mitchell. So I just spent the morning, we just had a shoot. Really interesting. Just incredible. So a lot of good burning going on, and it was fun. I have a couple hours where I think I'm free. I may end up having to go back for some more. But it's been so much fun. I've had more fun than I can begin to express to you guys. Dizzle636, hello. Hi, Dennis. Chris Mitchell. Left Eye Pat, my man. Good news, my sifter bottles came, so I'll be getting you those powders soon. Sifters. Excellent, bro. Thank you, man. Noodle Noggin. What a great name. Wendell Bar2. Hello there. Burrell, the man, the myth, the chili head. That's me. Jeremy Hansen, good to see you. Walter, John Burgess. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Gerald. Shout out from Growing Scoville. How cool. Wendell Barlow. Michigan's in the house. Oh, cool. So I'm not going to stay on too long, but I want to hang out with you guys. I'm going to do a live stream tonight at 9, assuming I'm not filming something. And the reason for that is yesterday, I really feel bad. Yesterday, I said I was going to do a live stream. And the problem is I got called back to do more filming. And by the time I got back, it was after 10. And I didn't want to do a live stream that late. And I feel bad about not doing it after I said I was going to. So tonight, we will do a live stream. Dion Russell, good to see you. But boy, this has been so much fun. Jeez. Now, here's the cool part. We should be done filming completely next week. So that's kind of exciting. I got to watch what I say. They're probably watching this. You know what I mean? We took I think I've mentioned this a couple times, but when we signed contracts to do this, all the people in the production crew, and the platform that it's going to be on, they all have our social media, and we've accepted that. We had to accept them as friends so that they can make sure that we're not screwing up, saying the wrong thing. So everybody's got a person that's watching them. Somebody's kind of assigned to me. But I've been very good. I've not broken a rule. I've teased a lot, but I haven't broken a rule. And I won't. Pepper, what's up from Illinois? Good to see you, man. I used to live there. I used to live in Rockford. Darren, good to see you, bro. Johnny, hello, Johnny, and all you spicy, happy people. Hope your days are going great. Thank you, man. James Thompson Games, you should drive a Chase the Heat bus, and ticket fare would be eating a hot pepper. That'd be fun. I've thought about that, getting a big bus and doing a road trip, and like each state, have different people get on the bus and drive around, do a little pepper excursion. That would be fun. Time, though, it's a time thing. It's almost impossible to do that. Mike Honcho. Having a good day, I am. Can I give you a shout out to your daughter, Tegan? Of course. Hi, Tegan. Very cool that you're hanging out with us. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a good day, Tegan. Thank you, Mike. Brandon Taylor, good to see you, man. They are always watching. They are. Tell us someone you love today. Absolutely. Sip Chomper. Gerald Christian Reyes, who's going to win the Carolina Reaper versus Primatali? I don't think it's a contest. I just don't. I've been saying since the first year, if you guys go back, here's the beautiful thing about having a channel. I don't have to say I did this and there's no proof. There are videos. Since the first year of the channel, I've been saying the Reaper's not the hottest pepper. So the only reason it's irritating people now is the channel's getting bigger and I have more people listening to me. So it bothers the people that are in that camp. That's kind of the truth of it. But the Primatali is a hotter pepper. It's not debatable. Higher on Fire. Good to see you from Ohio. Wendell. Love my pepper family. Blake Anderson. Hope everyone's doing well. We are. Thanks, man. I would hop on the Chase the Heat bus, says Brandon. Very cool. Scooby the Budding Queen. Good afternoon, everybody. I made her smile. Well, Tegan made me smile, so that's okay. Thank you, Mike. Sad day today, but boyfriend and I are okay. Oh, I hope things improve. Scooby, the budding queen. I'm not sure what's going on, but hang in there. The rain stopped my pepper planting. Only 10 more chocolate primitives to go. I think I have overplanted. Well done. Growing primitives and the chocolate ones. Boy, oh boy. The life of Dennis Brace. Good to see you. We ordered Chase the Heat for last night. It's such a good sauce. Thank you, Bizzle636. Hope your day's as spicy as mine, Evan Kirkpatrick. I've had a great day. I probably ate 20 peppers today. That's not true. Maybe 15 peppers today. Did a bunch of tincture. It's been a fun day. It really has. You should do Death by Salsa from Pepper Palace. MQ for Blades. Here's the thing about the Pepper Palace. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with them. They have some good things, but most of the stuff there I'm not a big fan of. Virginia says it's just a fact, LOL. Like the habanero at one point was the hottest pepper, and now it's just a regular hot pepper. It's funny. There's truth to that, but you think the way people kind of handle it, like, it's something way more than peppers. Like Nuclear Secrets or Nuclear Codes or something. It's only peppers, but people get so tense about it. You know why though? There's huge money in it. If you've got the pepper that's the world's hottest, what do you think is going to happen to you? You know what's going to happen to you. You're going to grow fields of those peppers, and your life will change. So, people get really serious about that. Buddha Davis, much love, Captain. Thank you for being here. Mark Roberts, man, I'm great. Thank you for asking. Jimmy Pickles. So Jimmy and I did some work today. Can't really talk about it. But I'll tell you this. We were side by side in today's video. Kind of cool. A lot of fun, actually. Matthew Rich. How goes it? Watched Cocaine Bear last night with the wife. I've not seen that. Here's a weird thing. There's so many people saying it's worth watching, but there's some kind of weird novelty feel to it. I don't know. I'll probably watch it at some point. Here's my problem. The last movie I saw in a movie theater was Dunkirk with my father. I'm not much of a movie guy. Here's why. It's like 2 hours. That's a long time. Not just for me to sit down and not do anything, but there's so many things I could be doing. So. But watching that with my dad was amazing. Scotch, going to have to order more Panangos soon. Yes, Darren. The Secret Reaper Club. Don't fear the Reaper. Definitely don't fear the Reaper. James Thompson Games. There's an upper limit for the theoretical hotness pepper. What a great question. Absolutely. Now, the hottest, capsaicin can get, as we know that to be 16 million, but the hottest peppers can get, we're pretty much there. I mean, there's going to be some that are hotter. There's going to be hotter, but they're not going to be, like, I don't believe we'll ever have a 4 million Scoville pepper. I doubt we'll have 3 million. We'll have upper twos, I think. What do I know? It was a great time, Jimmy. Do I like Jackson guitars? I've never played one. I played one once. I played I can't remember the name of the model. It looks like an Explorer. I can't remember the name of the model. But I played one of those at a guitar shop once. And it felt cool. I kind of liked it. At that time, I was really into the Explorer shape and came really close to buying it. But didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. Brandon Taylor, thank you so much for that donation, bro. QE, I almost died. I had a bottle of Tabasco hot sauce and sucked it down the pipe too fast, and it hit the back of my throat, and I was gasping for air for 3 straight minutes. Yeah, it's hot stuff. You gotta be careful. It swelled my throat up. I gargled plutonium once. I did it 3 times, the whole bottle of plutonium 9, and the 3rd time I did it, I gargled. It was on the 1-year anniversary of my sobriety date, and my throat the day after was like someone had hit it with a blowtorch. My throat, it really was rough. I'm on the opposite side of the debate. I think we've only scratched the surface of pepper potential. Wouldn't that be great? I hope that's the truth. And I want to tell you something. This isn't my knowledge, my intelligence, or my the information I've gathered and learned that led me to that decision. It's information from growers that I know. like legendary, world-class, world-renowned growers that are telling me that 4 million is never going to happen. I hope they're wrong. Here's the good news. Even if 4 million doesn't happen, we got tincture, and tincture, the sky's the limit, man. Ooh. I'm going to show you something. You guys want to see something cool? Okay, let me show you this. You guys see that? Now, to the untrained eye, looks like a cactus, right? Ha! That plant, let me tell you what this plant is. That's Euphorbia resinifera. Guys know what that is? That's the plant that creates the substance called resin and ferrotoxin. Now there's a little bit of, just a small bit of misinformation about the resin and ferrotoxin. It's been reported for a long time that it can reach 18, with a B, billion, okay? 18 billion Scoville heat units, which they say will kill a person. I don't think it'll kill a person. However, it's not 18 billion. It's 16 billion. So, whereas regular capsaicin reaches a maximum level, regular capsaicin, regular peppers, can reach a maximum level of 16 million, with an M, you can just call it resin toxin. The stuff that'll kill you. Anyway, this can get to 16 billion. And it's never been done, to my knowledge. No one's ever done that on a video. I'm going to. Super excited to try it. Can't wait. I do have somebody who's very knowledgeable who's going to help me make sure that we do it in a way that's responsible. If I can use that, and I'm not sure if they go together, but Mike Palmetier, no way, dude. Love you, Mike. I really do. Brandon Taylor, bro. So good to see you. Thank you so much for the bus pass. I miss you, Mike. It's a good dude. Hope your wife's doing good. What was the scale of the plutonium gargle on my 1 to 10 heat scale? I think it was probably like an 8 or 9. It was really up there. It might have been a 10. I just don't like saying 10. It's just my genetic makeup. I feel something in me always thinks I can take a little more. I can always take a little more pain. I hope they find a way to make them hotter, Virginia. I really do. When are you going to see the hell tart? I don't know. My schedule for the last couple weeks has been so crazy. I'm flying back on Saturday. I'm flying back to Fort Mill. I land and then take off again Monday. So I'm home for just like that long. Do you do the hottest potato chip challenge in the world? I don't know. I haven't heard of the hottest potato chip challenge in the world. The only thing I know of is Pocky's Haunted Ghost, which are very hot, but I don't think they're challenge worthy. Maybe there's something I don't know about. Please tell me. Right? If somebody can figure out a way to cross-pollinate the cactus with peppers, boy, oh boy. I think that's kind of like mating a cat with a rhinoceros, though. I'm not sure if that's possible, but it would be cool if it could. 16 billion might actually register at 10. Boy, I'll tell you what, it'd be more than that, but I'm excited to give it a shot and try, that's for sure. I will, Virginia. I'll be safe. Hi, Sharon Chandler. Love you, girl. Been a long time fan. Johnny Bodie B says, just wanted to know if you also think that jalapenos average may be getting hotter lately. Might just be me. Interesting. I don't know. It's a good question, Bodie. I don't know. I know that jalapenos are like the friend you can't trust. You like them, and usually he's going to be good to you, but every once in a while he's going to do something that hurt you. Most jalapenos are really, they're jalapenos. They're, you know what you're getting. But every once in a while, you're going to get a rogue one that is just freakish. I had the hottest pepper. This past summer, I had the hottest jalapeno I ever had, ever. It was at a time when my tolerance was really high, and it was hotter than a habanero. I'm serious. So that could be a possibility. I wouldn't rule it out. You never know. More than I want to see hot peppers. Brandon Taylor says, I want the mainstream to respect the hot stuff more and make really hot things more available. Yep, it's happening. But you know what? It was so funny you say that, Brandon, because I kid you not, this morning I was talking to somebody about it. And, you know, tolerances across the board have risen so much. When I started this channel 7 years ago, it'll be 7 years in October. You know, there was some spicy stuff at grocery stores like jalapeno, some habanero, but that was it. If you go through now, you'll see ghost pepper, reaper, scorpion, so many amazing mainstream snacks that have really hot stuff, and so everybody's tolerances are rising. YouTube's tolerances are rising. You know, the first strike I got, I've had 4 strikes. Do you guys know that? If you have 3 strikes within a 90-day period, they dump your channel, you're gone. At one point, I had carried 2 strikes. I had 2 strikes at one point. I was terrified to do videos for like a couple months because you have a 90-day window. 90 day or 30 day? I think it's 90 days. So I was walking a fine line, not wanting to get canceled. But if you fast forward 5 years, I jumped out of an airplane and ate 10 Carolina Reapers during a skydive, and YouTube didn't think that was dangerous. So even they're becoming more tolerant of spice. So it's happening. The Beaumont resident, Johnny, will we see a collab with you and the LA Beast this year? I'd love to see you bring some pods up his reaction. He's definitely need to get his bearings straight. I love LA Beast a lot. What a great guy. I don't think we're going to do, I don't think you probably, I shouldn't say you, I don't think we'll ever probably see a collab with me and him. I don't think so. You never know. I never say never. I would love to. In a New York minute, I would do it. Because he's fun, he's genuine, he's authentic, and he's hilarious. And the guy's a legit living legend. That's a guy who's a true legend, for real. So I'd like to see that happen. But he's busy, and he has there's no benefit. You have to understand, here's the reason it probably won't happen. Why would he do that with me? It wouldn't serve him at all. It would serve me incredibly. I'd pick up 100,000 followers immediately. The bus would get huge. But what benefit does LA Beast have about it? The reason I say this, every week somebody will message me and say, I just started a channel, will you do a collab with me? Now, the reason I don't do collabs with brand new people is for a couple of reasons. The least of them being, I had to earn it, you need to earn it. That's not my reason. I've helped tons of people. But if I start doing that, I'm going to get, my inbox will be just littered with hundreds a day of people wanting to do a collab with me. So to avoid that, I just keep doing what I'm doing. Now, would I do a collab with him? Jeez, I'd jump at the chance because he's so much fun. I think we would have a great time. Swiss Vapor, man, good to see you, dude. I hope you're good. Hopefully this year will be a summer. We need some freshly grown peppers. Last year was a disaster. Hopefully it improves this year, man, for sure. Once had a serrano pepper that grew little spikes. It was hot as a boot. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's neat, Dizzy Dragon. RTS is so strong it can make Johnny feel like a non-chili. I love that. I just want something to put me in panic mode. That's to me. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. I like that. LA Beast giant gummy bear. Mr. Ray, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Mr. Wolf, good to see you, man. Let's see. Scotch Bonnet was recommended a video on the channel Lab Coats where they extracted and tested and toxins not the fire result I expected. Did they actually do it and they tasted it? I heard it hadn't been done yet. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Darren, for telling me about that. I remember at 5 years old I put too many cayenne peppers flakes on a slice of pizza and burned me bad. I haven't hooked since. Brandon, that's exactly what happened to me. I was already kind of hooked on peppers, on hot already, and I think I was around 13. I did that in a pizza joint. I put that much red pepper, ate it, and got the first endorphin rush I ever had. It was great. Enigma, good to see you. Bodie B says, I have no idea what to do with my bottle of Tabasco Diamond Reserve. Open it or save it. Whew, I'd save it. You know why I'd save it? Because 10 years from now, if there's still people walking around on the planet, that bottle's worth a fortune probably. I don't know. It's up to you. It would taste good, though. Yeah, I'm kind of of two minds. Cars were not meant to be in museums to look at. They're supposed to be driving around, driving around. Boats aren't supposed to be in harbors. They're supposed to be out sailing. So sauce isn't supposed to be in a cabinet. It's supposed to be on your food. So part of me thinks you should eat it, but think it over. Buddha, I was going to ask you about rogue pepper. About the rogue pepper, Johnny. They are vicious. I've had rogue jalapeno destroy me, and a rogue habanero that almost made me never try a ghost pepper. There's some. The only peppers that I've ever had that, or I shouldn't say ever, the most common peppers that will go rogue on you, to me, in my experiences, are jalapenos and banana peppers. I can't even really remember other peppers, but banana peppers, they're sneaky too. You can't trust a banana pepper. Joe Gerhardt, good to see you, man. Just want to hop on and say thank you, Johnny, for all the support for Harvest 912. The bus has been such a blessing to our ministry. Blessings, Pastor Joe. No way. Hi, Pastor Joe. How cool. Yeah, listen, can I tell you something? That's such a, I'm so proud of my association with Harvest 912. They're great people. They really, really are. I'm glad you're here, Pastor Joe. Sharon Chandler, Brian Ames would also see a great benefit from a collab with you. I don't know if Brian Ames would benefit from a collab with me, but you know what? See, you get two guys that are relatively close in channel size, they're more likely to do a collab together. You know what I mean? But when you get something like this, it ain't going to happen. So I'd love to. Listen, I'm a big fan of Brian Ames, like for a long, long time. So I'd love that. That'd be fun. Mike McRitchie, good to see you, man. Which is less enjoyable for you or more enjoyable? 1, throat burn. 2, cap cramps. Hot tears. I love throat burn. Don't like cap cramps. I don't mind hot tears. I don't like, depends on when I get them. Like I yawn a lot. One of the things I do when I'm tired, and it's stupid, I don't know why I do this. Well, I shouldn't say that. Everybody yawns when they're tired. But when I'm tired and I yawn, for some reason my eyes water. If I yawn in the morning, my eyes don't water. But if it's late at night and I'm tired and I yawn, my eyes water. So I'll sit there when I'm getting tired, and for an hour, my eyes burn. So I'm not really a fan of hot tears that bad, but throat burn I love. Absolutely love it. Cap cramps are probably the last on my list. Rodolphe Kiso. Hey, Johnny. Been a while since I bumped into the live chat. Just want to say hi. Much love. Thank you for being here. Very cool. Thank you. James Thompson Games. Researchers should study your tongue and measure how many capsaicin receptors you have. Here's the thing. There was a really funny rumor that was going around. I don't know if you probably got. I don't know if there's anybody that was around back early in the days when I first started, but there was a lot of people that were saying that I was born with no capsaicin receptors, and that I just don't feel pain. That's nonsense. That's why I never understood. People say you're faking it. I'm like, faking it? I do this because I like the burn. Why would I fake that? It doesn't make any sense. So I've never faked anything. But I definitely have all the capsaicin receptors that everybody else has. I'm just broken and I like pain, just to be honest with you. But, it is what it is. All right, Joe. Oh, I have to say thanks for your inspiration for Tad and Kit's creativity. They torch me on a regular basis for taste testing, and I'm a weakling on the heat. You're their crash test dummy, Joe. It's a wonderful thing you're doing. You're helping them. Thank you. I've enjoyed a lot of the products you've assisted them in developing, so thank you. M. Hunt, Johnny, did you get to try Mountain Dew hot sauce? I've not yet. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little afraid it's going to be sort of just a novelty sauce, but I'll give it a shot. Thank you for what you do for Harvest 912. Listen, Joe, thank you for what you do for Harvest 912. For real, it's important work you guys are doing. Jason Ackerman, I have a bottle of El Yucateco habanero hot sauce. What can I try that is a little bit hotter? You know what? There's so many. Here's the thing. You're sort of limited if you're going to stick to big box stores, stuff you're going to find on shelves, readily available on grocery store shelves. If you want something hotter than, and I love El Yucateco, it's a great company. I know the owners, they're just wonderful people. I know a lot of the reps. But go with anything with ghost pepper. It's going to be a significant step up, but it's not going to be devastating. But it's logically, it's kind of the next step up for you. Matthew Liney, could really use a comprehensive Johnny Scoville hot sauce scale video with a chart. Too many sauces claim to be hot and are not. Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing. It's the most common lie is how hot something is. The makers know that when they say it's the hottest in the world, it's going to help them sell more. The people that buy it, even though they know it's not the hottest in the world, it looks cool on the label. And you take it to work, and you're the guy eating the hottest sauce. So it's the lie that's going to be perpetually told. If you look at our company, Chase to Eat Hot Sauce, all of our ratings are chili head ratings. So if somebody's a non-chili head, our heat scale is not accurate for a non-chili. If you are not somebody who see anything hot, like our Penango is medium heat sauce. If you are a non-chili head, Penango is not medium heat at all. So, you know, and there are some companies that are very, very honest and truthful about their hot sauces. They're not mainstream box company like Tabasco, you know, Texas Pete's. Oh, one drop will do you, or whatever. So, I mean, but the small batch sauce creators like Hellfire Hot Sauce, Bravado, Burns and McCoy. There's so many great. I shouldn't even start because there's so many. Those are chili head companies, and they're much more honest in their ratings. Virginia, would you ever consider having a blood test taken to show levels of cap you have in your blood, or even your sweat, tears, etc., like for science? Hey, listen, I have plenty of blood in my capsaicin system, Virginia. I would do that. I know that my tears burn. I had somebody taste a tear of mine once, who's a non-chili head, and they said my tears were spicy. So there's truth to that. No doubt about that. And the reason it's just overload of capsaicin. It's got to come out somewhere. If you didn't, you know, that's how it comes out. I helped build a stage for Bryan Adams and Def Leppard, or Bryan Adams and Def Leppard. Boy, Bryan Adams, that was when I was in college. I can't remember the name of that album. Excuse me, right before college. Bryan Adams, like that breakout album he had, came out, and couldn't go anywhere and not hear it. Still pretty great though. What's the worst pain you've experienced other than pepper pain? James Thompson Games. My dad dying 2 years ago was the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. Physical pain? I've broken a lot of bones, man. You know, I've broken a lot of bones. The weird thing about breaking a bone, like I remember my leg, I broke my leg. I remember it twisted. I was skiing. And I remember feeling the worst pressure on my leg, and then it broke, and the pressure stopped. The break almost made it feel better because it was twisting, and I was like, then it cracked, and I was like, oh. So I don't know. I've had a lot of pain. I've been through a lot. I'm not sure about that name. It looks Russian. Hey there, humankind. Warm greetings from Mother Russia. Mayazavut Johnnyskovo. Novosibirsk is on board, by the way. The third biggest city in Russia with its population. I hope you're all keeping safe. I hope you are too. I've spent a lot of time in Russia. I've never been to Novosibirsk. I've been to Omsk, been to Minsk, Belarus, Kiev, Ukraine, Moscow, place north of Moscow. I can't remember the pronunciation. Kurochepsk, something like that. Went to a prison there, a gulag. So I've spent a lot of time in Russia. It's an interesting place. Pray for you guys. Stay strong. Stay safe. Bodie B, when are we going to get a gusher with a Primatali? Absolutely, this next season, there'll be all kinds of Primatali madness. Listen, there was a day where if you put Carolina Reaper in the title of a video, you just got more views. It's happening now with Primatali, so people are starting to figure it out. Riley Kubli, I actually do better with ghost pepper sauce than I do habanero. I've heard people say that. Habaneros have a very weird burn. It stings more than it burns, so a lot of times people feel that way. Matthew Rich, Crybaby Craig's is hot, but not that bad. I know the owner. You would like it. It's from Minnesota where I live. Cool. Sounds interesting. Let's see. Hi from South Africa. Hi, Jacko. Good to see you. Cyrock. Me and Cyrock go back. I've had a lot of good times with Cyrock. How you doing, bro? Happy for your new position at work. Hope it's going well. LA is treating me well. The weather's been weird. You know, I've been in California a bunch, but I haven't been here a long time, and they're saying that this is a very odd weather for this time of year. So, but I'm having a ball. Mr. Wolf, I'm scared of this Pop-Tart I'm going to do Saturday. Be afraid, Mr. Wolf. It's terrifying. I've heard. I'm looking forward to doing it. Brandon Taylor, just a prediction. The Scoville brothers will both live in Australia in 10 years. I'm not sure about that. I'm so proud of my brother. If you guys only knew. One of the finest men I know today. I mean that. Matthew Lonnie, thank you. Chili Head, a hot sauce video, please. My wife is from Trinidad. I've been getting homemade hot sauce for years now and finally understand the heat. Absolutely. Look, Trinidad is a legendary place. Legendary for heat. Love to go there. I really would. James Thompson Game. Sorry about your dad. Didn't expect such a sad answer. I'm sorry. I probably I knew you were going for physical. When I thought of pain, it's the first place I went. I apologize. Here, you know what? It was a tough thing. I had the greatest dad in the world. And everybody says that about their dad. When somebody dies, people said good things about Hitler when he died. People always say good things about somebody when they died. But my dad really was stellar. He didn't screw up. He was just, from Jump Street, from the beginning to the end, he was just amazing. Taught me a lot, Scotch sonnet, how hot is hot, how tasty is tasty. If you go too hard, you'll panic about your safety. I love that. You're exactly right, man. Where Nando's origin. Yeah, I love Nando's. The only Nando's I've been at was in the UK. I was with Paul Oro and Shahina Wassim. My son was hysterical. We had a great time. It was there's a video here somewhere on the channel. They had their extra hot sauce. And I took the thing off the top and poured the whole thing into a glass and chugged the bottle in the restaurant. That was pretty funny. Tenacious Ghost. Just got out of work and saw you're live. I'm going to eat 3 peppers now and watch you live on a cap high. Good for you, man. Good for you, man. What a great feeling. When your hot sauce is going to be back in stock. All this week we're working on them, so it's just been crazy. We've had health issues. It's just, one of the problems we've had is health issues, and we've had sourcing issues, but soon, and please forgive me for the apology. How's Johnny Jr.? You know what? Johnny Jr. is in a great place. God, I love that kid. He's a good kid. He's doing well. He's got a job he enjoys, and just a stellar young man. He's an alpha male. He is. My oldest son's not an alpha. Love him to death. But my Mills, Nick, he's an alpha. And here's the problem. When you're an alpha, I was an alpha. I'm sorry. I didn't try to be. That's kind of how I am. And the life growing up of a normal young man is one thing, but the growing pains of an alpha is different, because you're going to experience some rough things because of how you behave. And he's an alpha, and he's learning a lot, and he's attaining wisdom, which is not an easy thing to do. I've heard, Jocko, that Nando's originated from South Africa. I did know that, actually. I researched. There's a ton of them. They're in a lot of different countries, actually. Lethal Wolf, love you, Johnny. I love you, Lethal Wolf. Thank you for saying that. What's a good sauce for steak but has incredible heat? I haven't found a good pairing yet. I only have like 2 or 3 different sauces I put on steak. I can't. There's one sauce. There's a sauce made by Australian Extreme Chili Condiments. Rob Dunn owns that company, and I can't remember the name of his sauce, but he has a sauce. Think of Worcestershire with a turbo on it. It is spectacular on steak. That's one. Burns and McCoy has a great sauce for steak. Not Exoresco, but no, Exoresco, excuse me. Very good on steak. My problem is this. I don't really usually put stuff on steak. I put salt and pepper on steak. So. And I'm getting, what's funny? It's happening to me. The last couple of times I've eaten red meat, my body just takes a beating digesting it. I think I'm done with it. I might be done with red meat, or just really once in a while. I'm not sure how good red meat is for me. The older I get, I react differently to it. Matthew Rich, my dad passed away 2 years ago. He was a Vietnam vet, was an airman on the front lines. And the stories he told me about, he's my hero. He's got a Purple Heart. Wow, I'm sorry for your loss, Matthew, but I'm glad your dad was a stellar man. Wow. Hang in there. It's not easy. You know what I've learned? You're never going to get over it. I'm never going to get over my dad dying. You learn to live with it. You're going to have some days that are better than others. That's just how it's going to be. It's not like you stop enjoying life. It takes time, but it's definitely an experience. RS, my brother. Good to see you, RS. Charlie and Scott, I hope your days are going great. My day is great, too. Hey, Darren, I'll look at it this way. If you want to dance, you have to pay the band. Boy. Heard that before. It's good. It's true. Hermes, something ever happened to you where you couldn't eat capsaicin? What would be the fallback? Wow. I don't know. I can't let my head go there. I'm sorry. I can't even think about it. For steak, a real good black pepper hot sauce is Riot from Hot Pots. Cool. I haven't tried that. Escaresco's put. You know what Escaresco's the nickname for Escaresco is in the chili community? Do you guys know? It has a nickname that people in the know often say, and some people don't really know why. People call it Oscar. Have you guys heard that? They'll call it Oscar. The reason for that, years ago, somebody was text messaging a friend, and they were doing the voice to text, and they were saying, I want to get a bottle of Escaresco. Do you know where you can get it? And the voice to text didn't get it right, and it said, I want to get some Oscar. They posted it, and it just caught fire, and everybody calls it Oscar now. It's pretty funny. Yeah, thank you for his service, man. The whole family served. When someone serves, everybody serves. Nice to hear kind words from you, dear friends. I've lost my dad in 2008, a decade and a half ago. And as you know, the first couple of years he passed were really painful. Just take care. Yeah, you know, the best thing is my dad, I got sober, quit doing all drugs, quit drinking, and my dad saw me become a sober man. He saw my channel become successful. He was even in the Netflix special with me. So that was really a beautiful thing. Pastor Joe, this is Elizabeth. Oh, excuse me. This is Elizabeth Gerhardt, Pastor Joe's daughter. I love your channel and hot stuff. Hello, Pastor Joe. Elizabeth, thank you for chiming in. I appreciate you. Hermes is in the same boat. It's tough. Virginia, lost my dad in 2002, lost my mom and brother in 2020. You don't get over it. I just tell myself I have to get through it. Never over it. I can't fathom all of your loss, Virginia. Hang in there. I'm so sorry. You know, it makes you realize, like, life is so... Here's the thing. Do you realize there was a time in my life that things mattered to me? Like things. Like objects. It's embarrassing to even say. And then you get to a point in your life. There'll be people on this watching right now that are still in a place. And there's nothing bad about you, but because of age and maturity, you're in a place where you still put a great deal of value on things. But then I got to an age where I realized that things don't matter at all. You know, the best things in life aren't things at all. What I value the most in my life is relationships and connections. They're very important to me. Buddha Davis Stargazer is really good on steak and burgers. It's a ghost pepper and Scotch bonnet sauce with a touch of maple and dark sauce. Ooh, that sounds good. It does sound good. Ontic 100 plant it's spring. At least where I am. If you can't plant, start germinating. Oh, Temptations goes. I lost my father in 2015, 5 months after my 15th birthday. Wow. I'm so sorry. The pain lasts. It's about how you overcome it. And thankfully I found you, Johnny. He just helped me more. Ever imagine it. I'm glad you found us too. I'm sorry for your loss. You know, it's heartbreaking. There's so much pain and suffering in the world. That's why you all need to realize how important connections and friendships are. It's not about things. Monkey Ranch, what a great name. Love the spelling. Thinking of growing some super hots in my garden. Primatali Reapers, what else would be good for a newbie chiliad? Boy, you're not growing newbie peppers, but that's okay. For a newbie chiliad, if you're a newbie, you're growing some stuff that you're not going to really enjoy eating. So you might want to just balance it out and throw some ahis, an ahi amarillo, an ahi fantasy, ahi delight, all super tasty, sweet, and low heat. So try that, and that'll be a good complement to the hot ones you're growing. Sharon, lost my mom in 97, my dad in 98. Miss my mom so much. It's so hard. I'm so sorry, Sharon. I really am. Ever thought about hosting your own pepper eating contest? I've hosted, it's really funny, I've hosted a ton. But in like different, I've been in a few where I've gone to a chili contest and they're like, you can't be in this. I was in one, there was one in Dallas where there was a 55-inch screen. I'm sitting at the table, I'm like, do you hear that? It's a 55-inch screen for a pepper eating contest? I'll be back in a half hour. And I bolted over there. I don't know, it was $10 to get in or whatever it was. And they're like, nah, you can't be in it. I'm like, what do you mean I can't be in it? They're like, well, you can be in it. We're not giving you the TV if you win. I'm like, well, how is that fair? So I sat in it, and they didn't let me keep it. So I've had a couple where I've gone to show up, and they're like, they won't let me in it, but they let me co-host because they want me on the stage or for some reason. So I've done a few of those. I like it. I love being the MC. It's super fun for me. I've done a bunch of different events. There are videos you can see here where I'm on stage hosting contests. It's super fun. I love doing that. Mike McRitchie, how long have you been building this channel community? The channel I started October 19th, 2017. Or no, give me 1 second. I'll tell you the date. I forgot. I started Chase the Heat. Yeah, no, October 19th of 2016. Excuse me, a whole year off. So that's how long I've been kind of doing what I can to help the community out. Militant vegan, that's funny. The Simpsons quote, alcohol is the cause and solution to all of life's problems. It's a terrible thing. It really is. It's a terrible thing. I'm not a fan of alcohol. You know what's really funny? You know what's happened to me since I quit drinking? Boy, the whole experience of not drinking anymore was a very interesting thing. Let me tell you one really weird thing that happened. When I first quit drinking, if I went out with some friends, and I don't mind being around people who are drinking, I really don't. But if I went out with a bunch of friends and a few of them were drinking, I'd start feeling woozy and start feeling like the effects of alcohol, even though I wasn't drinking at all. What that is the strain, the power of your brain. Your brain goes, you're not going to drink? We're going to let you feel a buzz anyway. Maybe that'll spur you on and make you want another one. I kid you not. That used to happen to me all the time. And then another thing that occurred when I quit drinking, which was very weird, is, hi, Hot Sauce Chunky Tim. Good example, 2 nights ago, I was in a restaurant having dinner with the Mighty Mustache, Brandon Collins, Zach Goot, Troy Primo, and myself. And we're in this restaurant, it's an Italian joint, having dinner. 2 tables over, there was someone, the whole place was filled, there's tons of people. But 2 tables over, somebody, and they weren't like this when we first got there, but about a half hour after we got there, they were drinking and they went over the line. Even though they weren't at my table, it became wickedly obvious to me right away that that person has had too much to drink, and I really feel the need to get away from them. I don't like being around people that are sloppy, and that's something that's happened to me, but very interesting. There's a world of hurt. It actually helps to see small shining lights. Absolutely, Sharon. We all get through this together. We lean on each other. Alan, bro, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us, dude. Gardner, Pepperboy, transit driver from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Scotch bonnet, and devil's tongue are my faves. Side dish of whiskey. I can get on board with those peppers, though. I'll let you keep the whiskey, though. Dizzy Dragon for newbies, Bacadums, and Anims are probably the best. People get scared after they jump to homegrown hops. Here's the problem. You're right. So many people, if you knew how many times I've met people at a pepper show, I grow, reapers. Everybody grows peppers, beyond their ability to eat. And the reason they do that, most people, man, every time somebody says, I grow reapers, I ask the same question. I've been asking this question for 7 years. Do you eat them? It's the first question that rolls automatically. Do you eat them? Oh, no, I give them to my friends. That's the common answer is, no, I don't eat them. Very few people that grow them eat them. It's true. Hot Sauce Chunky Tim, hello to everybody in the chat. We love you, dude. Virginia, I haven't had hot sauce since I did the 1-chip challenge and absolutely totaled my insides. Virginia, I'm sorry. The 1-chip challenge is brutal. There are some challenges, we were talking about that today. There are some challenges, if you prep well, there's food in your gut, you're going to be okay. But there are some challenges that don't give a rip about what's in your stomach. You're going to cramp anyway, and those are a drag. Apparently when you have bleeding ulcer issues, it's risky to try. Yeah, boy, you know what? I've said a million times, if you've got an ulcer, capsaicin won't cause one, but it'll diagnose one 150 times faster than a doctor will. Promise you. You got an ulcer, you do a shot of hot sauce, within 30 seconds, you know you've got an ulcer. Go see a doctor and see how long it takes you to find out if you got an ulcer. I hope you stay healthy, Virginia, please. The Real Mahoney, good to see you. What's good? You're good. You know that. Well, you got me hooked on peppers, and you're going to help me get sober, too. Thanks in advance. Militant vegan, I live for that. I want to help people get sober. If anybody, since we're talking about that, if anybody has any sort of addiction, and I don't just mean to weed or drugs, I mean alcohol, gambling, sex, food, sugar, cigarettes, it doesn't make any difference because the mechanisms of addiction are all the same. what you take to make what happens in the addiction doesn't much matter. What's happening here is the same, whether you're pulling a handle, buying, shopping, or snorting something, it doesn't make any difference. So beating addiction, conceptually, it doesn't matter what you're taking. Beating addiction, the principles are all the same. If you've got a problem, get on the Lifeboat, my brother Tommy Scoville's channel. It's saving lives. I'm not just saying that. Please do that. I love to think of a world where everybody's sober and nobody has a monkey on their back. What inspiration you are, Johnny. You help me get less wasted all the time. And Militant Vegan just said you're going to help them too. How awesome. You're awesome, Virginia. Matthew Rich, I'm an alcoholic ever since my dad passed. It's better to be sober. It is. But you know what? I'm an alcoholic, but I'm sober. You can do it. You know why it's important to get plugged into a group like my brother Tommy's channel? There's power in the ability of seeing that other people like you have been able to do something you haven't been able to do yet. You guys ever hear of Roger Bannister? He was a runner. I don't know if it was the 4-minute mile or the 5-minute mile. It doesn't much matter. There was a barrier that nobody could get past. They couldn't do it. Somebody can tell me if it was the 4 or the 5-minute mile. But forever, people tried to break that, and nobody could. Roger Bannister broke it. And then just like that, a bunch of other people did because they realized it could be done. You know, Eddie Van Halen played Eruption. Nobody could even dream of a guitar solo like that. And Eddie Van Halen did it. Now there are 7-year-olds in every continent on the planet that can play that as good as Eddie did. Once you realize somebody can do it, you can do it. So when you go to a channel like Tommy's and you see like, God, that guy's sober. He was drinking how much? His life was such a mess, and that person's sober now. If he can do it, I can do it. And it's really important. Seeing other people achieve that gives you the ability and the confidence that you can too. So if you're having a problem, hop on that boat, please. Charles McClellan, love you, man. Hey, Johnny, and everyone watching, hope everybody's safe. You're having a fruitful trip. I am having so much fun. Dr. Cox. Ooh, Leona and I got to catch another live stream. Leona says hello and misses you, and I do. I don't ever think we're not there. Don't ever think we're not there. Thank you. I won't. Love you guys. I don't know how to say your name in Russian, but you're my Russian friend. Let my northern Siberian mighty gods bless us all. Dear people from the entire world, let your angel and true muses shine up brightly and beautifully, true love and special diamond. Thank you for that. You know what's interesting? My time in Russia, it's interesting. Something I'll never forget. Someone once told me that the best description for Russia is that it's the land of the terrible beauty. It's tough to look at, but it's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's tough. It was tough when I was there. I was in there I'm not going to tell you, it was a long time ago. Please join the Lifeboat military. Please do, for real. Oh, Matthew the King, thank you so much for doing that, man. I appreciate that. Virginia, Militant. When I started watching him a few years back, I was a full-blown alcoholic, just absolutely trash, losing jobs and stuff. And he and his brother combined have been a huge help, man. You know, my brother Tommy would throw himself in front of a city bus to help a stranger get sober. And that's not a joke. That is what he lives for. So we'll help anybody who needs it. You just got to let us know. Show up to the boat or email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com. Johnny, I offer you, Johnny, my strength and everyone struggling with what life throws at them. There is power in numbers. Be good to each other. There's power in God. Power in numbers for sure. But I'm a Christian. That bothers some people, and I don't really care, but that's where my power comes from. Proud of it. Never hide that. No shame whatsoever in that. Matthew the King, sulforaphane in broccoli sprouts destroys the bacteria that causes ulcers. I didn't know that. I don't know what sulforaphane is, but it sounds interesting. Cemetery, well, alrighty then. It works for me. Matty Q, hey, Matty, good to see you, dude. Charles McClellan, I'm glad I caught this. He said you wouldn't be on until 9. I know. You know what, though? What time is it now? Oh, it's still early. I'm going to do another live stream tonight. I just want to hop on now, have some fun. This is to make up for the one I didn't do last night. I felt terrible about that. A bunch of people left stuff I'm going to miss. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Brock, good to see you. Growing for the first time this year. So excited to make hot sauces. I'm growing because I'm tired of having to order peppers and running out. I love that. Desperate times calls for desperate actions. I'm the type to go 100 miles an hour, Bizzle 636. When I find something I like, so when I got hurt and got hooked on pills, but I cold turkey quit, and quitting letting friends visit. but cleared since my last OD in 2011. Stay sober, man, for real. Man, I've been hooked, or I've abused or been addicted to everything. You know, I'm proud that I'm sober now. It is what it is. Darren, Tommy's a madman. I still remember him downing a whole bottle of tincture. He's also a good guy. He's a spectacular guy. He is a crazy guy. I've done some stuff with Tommy you guys wouldn't believe. Like even on the, like I tell, like if you guys log on or get on the bus pass, I'm talking about some really gnarly stuff now on the bus pass, but there's stuff that I've done that I can't even talk there. But, he's a good man though. Matthew Rich, I want to reach out to him, but I've run 4 marathons and every day I just drink now. Reach out to him, reach out to me. My email is chasetheheat@gmail.com. You can do it. You got to want to do it. You know what I mean? My brother used to have this theory that people are going to do drugs until they've done enough. And I've done enough. I don't need to do any more. You know, I love sobriety. I really do. You know what's interesting about, so when I quit drinking, you know, I was drinking the day before. I stopped drinking on this day. Well, obviously, I was sober that day. Well, I was more sober this day. I'm telling you, I was 6 months later, I was still getting more sober, even though there was no alcohol in my system. I know it sounds crazy, but I was getting sober. I was getting sober for a year. It was amazing. It was such an amazing experience. Also, anybody can message me if you need an ear. I understand it. Bizzle636. I'll tell you what, if you've got an issue with substances, don't go to somebody who's never had a problem with a substance, because they're not going to understand you. They're going to look down your nose. They're going to judge you, and you're not going to get any help. You're going to walk away from them feeling judged, and it's not going to help you. Find somebody who's been down that road. Critical. I believe that. I'm glad, Militant Vegan, you made my day. If nothing else happens today, that made it. I'm eating Lay's potato chips with Reaper hot sauce. Good for you, Johnny's TCH. Hope I said that right, or TCG, excuse me. Corbin, love you, dude. How you doing, Jeff? My ulcer isn't from, not sure what that is. It's from abusing alcohol and pain meds. Man, I'm so sorry. Hang in there, Virginia. Who sells the best pepper seeds? Going to get me in trouble. The people that I would recommend the most are going to be Tom Broom and Jimmy Pickles. That's who I would go to. There are a lot of people that sell seeds online. You just got to, you got to gel well with the seller. You know what I mean? There's some unsavory folks that sell stuff online. You just got to find the right people that you trust that you can gel with. Dave McCormick, or DeConnick, excuse me. DeConnick, great name. Johnny, I ordered a hot taste. I haven't heard anything yet. You all good? I think we may have sold out, David. We'll have to go. I'm out of town. I'll check on Monday to see if we can drum one up. If we can't, we will refund you, or I will reach out to you on Monday. I get back Saturday night. I fly out Monday. I'll have somebody reach out to you on Monday, I promise you. Email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com if you can, though. Brandon, you can get sober for someone else. You don't have to do it for you. It doesn't matter what you do it for, but do it. I have a friend who's sober. You know why they're sober? For those little coins. Swear to you. That's the only reason they're sober, is to get those little coins. Doesn't matter why you get sober. Get sober, though. Keep you living longer, man. AKA Heather Joy, good to see you. So good to see you. There's an enzyme in raw broccoli which combines with the enzymes in raw broccoli. When it's chewed, the plant thinks it's being attacked. There you go. Interesting. Virginia, Matthew, Tommy literally will go out of his way to contact you, man. Talk to him and know that it doesn't mean you have to stop right at that moment, but he's a good dude and he listens. He doesn't look down his nose at anybody. Joku, stopped drinking because of my girlfriend. Thank God. I'm glad you stopped. Gardner Pepperboy, does a Carolina Cayenne make for better sauce than a long slim Cayenne? Or should I add peri peri or bird's eye? All personal taste, man. I would do a bunch of different sample and find out which one you like the most. Try different combinations, Cemetery, someone noticed me a while there. I thought I was banned. Hi, a.k.a. Heather Joy. Spider-Man, good to see you. I had a feeling you meant that, Matthew. What he meant was that there's an enzyme that reacts with a chemical. There you go. Busy cutting up chocolate pre-Natale or cupping up chocolate pre-Natale. Having isolated Remmert and Deadpool seeds. Wicked peppers, Jeff, for real. Of course, David, my pleasure. Alfredo, hello. Depends on the variety you're looking for, but Jimmy Pickles I recommend the most in general. All right, guys, listen, we've been on for almost an hour. I'm going to wrap it up right now. I love you guys a lot. Perfect timing. Got to jump off, fam. I do too. Have a wonderful night on purpose. I love that. Live a purposeful life. Don't do anything by accident. I'm a purposeful guy. If I do this in a video, I'm doing that on purpose. Act with purpose. For real. All right, guys, I love you guys a lot. We're going to wrap it up. I'll be back on at 9 p.m. tonight. It's only 3:40 here, 3:37 here, my time. So I'll be back on at 9 p.m. We'll do another live stream and hang out. I'm sorry about yesterday blowing you guys off. I didn't mean to. It was just so late. Forgive me. Anybody who needs to get help with sobriety, the Lifeboat, please go check it out. It'll help you. It's a lifesaver. I mean it. I wouldn't tell you that if it wasn't true. Love you guys a lot. Mean it. I'm Johnny Scope.